Hello everyone and welcome back to the Ryan Retro channel. Today in this video we're going to look at emulating the Wii on the Retroid Pocket 5. I actually already recorded a video about the Wii and had it all prepared and ready to upload, but there was a really big problem. I had graphical glitches in almost every game that I played, the same one that appeared in Ace Golf in yesterday's Gamecube video. But there's great news, I figured out how to fix it and I'm going to tell you how to fix it too. For all of these tests we're using Dolphin Emulator version 5.0-21383. That is the one that came pre-installed on the Retroid Pocket 5. By default it uses the Qualcomm drivers. If you've seen my secret console video, you'll know that I changed that driver to the turnip driver. We also need to do that inside Dolphin too. By going into the settings, going to graphic settings, scrolling down to GPU driver, here we can press install driver and choose the driver file you downloaded, and it will load up the turnip driver. And that will fix all of the graphical problems in the games and they'll all run flawlessly. Once again, as I mentioned in my secret console videos, I recommend Turnip Driver 9v2. I will put the link to this in the description. This is the one that's worked the best for me so far and has had pretty much flawless results in almost any game I've tried. So definitely check out that driver and hopefully that will fix all your problems too. So now let's get into some Wii games. Our first game today is Fire Emblem Radiant Dawn. And as you can see, it's running beautifully. A perfect 60 frames per second, incredibly smooth. If you're a fan of this game, you're definitely going to be able to play this for hours on end with no issues whatsoever. Our next game is WWE 13. We're playing as John Cena, Big Match John, and we're wrestling the best wrestler of all time, Santino Marella. I seem to only be able to do this one move. Also, I just tried a practice game where I lost in about 10 seconds. Because Santino Marella got me in a submission move, and I don't know the button to kick out of the move. So I just lost right away. I'm not sure if you can see this, but there's some glitchy artifacting going on with Santino Marella's hair. It's pixelated, it's almost like it's censoring it, like we're not allowed to see this. Besides Santino Marella's hair being too hot for TV, it seems to be working really well. The frame rate is around 58 to 59 frames per second. It feels extremely smooth. I wouldn't know it wasn't 60 if I wasn't looking at the number. I'm curious how I can do my finishing move. I need to find out the buttons because I need to do my finishing move. So I found a suggested forum post saying, how the hell do I play this game? Yes, exactly. There we go. Oh, the finish is lagging. The game's very smooth except the finishing move. A pixelated haired man is no match for Big Match John. That was really fun. That was a good game. Let's move on to the next one. Next up we have Dragon Ball Z Budokai 3. There are so many different people we can choose from to fight. I'm thinking either Vegeta or Tien. I was always a fan of Tien growing up and I'm quite curious why there's a trademark sign next to his name. Teen Gohan also has a registered trademark as well. There's so many people I want to try. But let's go for Trunks' sword. I'm curious if he can use the sword and I'm also curious if he can go Super Saiyan. Oh, here we are. Trunks Sword or Trunks Super Saiyan, but I want to go Super Saiyan in the match. Okay, we'll go for Super Saiyan Trunks, and we'll pick a very fair fight, and we'll fight against Hercule, who was just I remember in the anime he was just a TV star and not actually a fighter. I don't know any of the buttons in this game. I'm just going to smash them all and hope something good happens. We're at around 30 frames per second. It seems like it's a 30 frames per second game rather than a 60. So far smashing all the buttons is going pretty well. This button is my sword. This button throws electric bolts at him. Oh no, he's going to hit me with the dynamic mess 'em up punch. It doesn't seem to be phasing me very much. Oh! That last one was painful. Present bomb. These moves are so cool. Where do I get moves like this from? I'm not sure how to do any special moves, but the game's fun. It runs at a very smooth 30 frames per second. Feels very smooth. It looks great as well. I'm pretty sure he just did 0 damage to me with his big move. And on that note, let's move on to the next game. This game should be Xenoblade Chronicles, but for some reason it just doesn't work. There's just a black screen. I'll keep working on it and trying to figure out what's wrong, but I thought I should show you this just to let you know that some games are still not working. We can't expect everything to work perfectly all the time. So I'll work on this more, and for now let's get into another game. This is Rayman Origins, a game that's perfect for this device. It honestly just kind of looks like an Android game at this point. Obviously it's quite an old game, but it looks like a premium Android game. Clearly a game that's perfect for the Retroid Pocket 5. It runs at a very smooth 60 frames per second, and I'm sure you could get a lot of enjoyment playing this game for a long time. Now for something a little bit different, we have Guitar Hero. I loved this game when I had my Wii. This is Guitar Hero 3. I had the white guitar controller and I thought it was amazing. Of course, for copyright reasons, I'm not going to be able to play the songs out loud, but I just want to show you that the controls do work, and it's also a good test of latency, because we can hit all the notes perfectly fine. I just need to try to remember what the controls are, because 4 of the buttons are the face buttons, and one of them is right on the D-pad. Of course, you can customize this, but for now, I'll just try and work with what I have. You'll see that I'm able to hit all of the buttons, as long as I can remember what they are. I'm not having any issues with latency, everything's really good. I played this game earlier off camera with the sound on, listening to the song. Everything sounded great, I had no issues hitting the buttons in time. It was fantastic. So this is another good real-world test of latency. Rhythm games are absolutely possible on the Retroid Pocket 5. I've had some comments saying that rhythm games have been unplayable on other devices because of the latency. That's definitely not an issue with the Retroid Pocket 5. They're completely playable. I have my star power ready. I'm not sure how to use it, and I'm too busy to use it. Oh, there we go, star power. So I guess star power is when you used to lift the guitar up and it used to go crazy, like wow, wow, wow. This was a really fun game, and even playing with the controls like this is fun too. One thing I do want to try is I want to see if I can get my hands on an actual Guitar Hero controller and try to hook it up to this. That would be a really fun test, I think. So yet another game working absolutely perfectly on the Retroid Pocket 5, and I think this is a good time to put the controller down and say thank you very much for watching this video, everyone. I hope it was helpful. Please remember my tip to use the turnip driver in the description of this video. If you liked the video, please give it a like, subscribe, and leave a comment. And if you'd like to buy a Retroid Pocket 5 for yourself so you can play some Wii games too, check out my affiliate link in the description. It'll take you to the official Retroid website, which is where I bought my one. Thank you once again for watching, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Thank you.